Okay, well, this is the League of Legends RGB gaming monitor from AOC. As you can see, it's got loads of RGB, and I mean a lot of RGB. We have got the overall unboxing. I will also show you how to attach the monitor to the arm. And then we've got some gameplay, and then we will have a chat after the gameplay to tell you if you should buy it or not. So, make sure you continue to watch. Okay, so you've seen the overall unboxing. You've seen that it's got HDMI, it's got display ports, it's got a lot of USB ports at the back, and of course it is a absolute nutter when it comes to RGB. This is the best RGB illumination I've seen on any gaming monitor I've had. Maybe except for the Avenia 34, the RGB on the back of that was quite fantastic. But for the overall RGB experience, this is absolutely fantastic. I love the RGB effect. This is why I requested to have a look at this one, because I'm an RGB snob. I love my RGB, and that is just something that I like. Not everyone likes RGB, but still. So it's 2560 by 1440. It's 170 hertz. It is a 16 by 9 aspect ratio, yes, but it has got certification for HDR 400, and of course it is a primarily gaming monitor. Now, I don't play League of Legends, so that's why I didn't add any League of Legends gameplay, because I don't play it and I'm not really interested in that. Overall, the experience of using the monitor was quite straightforward. I like the overall arm as well as the base. The base is probably the most uniquest part of it because it glows. Well, as you can see, it glows. I mean, look at that RGB effect. That is mad. I love it. It's brilliant. And of course, then you've got G menu, which is by here up. That syncs up to the monitor through software. G menu is very good to use. It's probably one of the easiest softwares I've actually used, and of course it does come with a lot of different game modes. As you can see, FPS, RTS, race, gamer 1, 2 and 3, and then you can do also custom. There's also game sync, which you can sync the RGB to the game you're playing. Then there's low blow mode, which of course puts a filter over to keep your eyes from straining. Then we've got eco mode, which of course that just means it will reduce the amount of power. By here, it is for the brightness. It does adjust the overall wattage of the brightness, but of course you can change it to text, internet, game, movie, sport, reading. When it comes to the display itself, you can see by here these are the overall specs, and yes, you can adjust it all through here. You can have a wide image ratio, you can also adjust the HDR settings. Now when it comes to the Light FX, as you can see by here, it has got RGB up to snuff. I love the overall RGB look. Now yes, you can change the overall look, but here you can change it to a blue, and then you can change it to a user colour, or you can go to red. Now what I will say is, yes, this has got a lot of good gaming functions, and overall, yes, it does have a little thing by here that pops out, but it has got a headphone stand by there which pops out. And of course, it's a very good monitor. It's not that expensive. You're primarily paying for the RGB effect. And if you love League of Legends, of course, this is the monitor for you to have. Now, as in terms of use, yes, I did use it. I've used it for about a week and a half now, and I haven't seen no problems with this display. And one thing I will mention is the speakers on this are fantastic. I've got a 7.1 surround sound on my main system, which I use for editing. Well, to be honest, the only difference I could tell was the bass on my speakers itself. The speakers on this monitor are really, really good. They're fantastic, in fact. Probably one of the best speakers I've heard, except for the BenQ monitor. That had the best speakers I've ever heard on a monitor. Speaking of BenQ, I've got another monitor coming, so make sure you subscribe for that. And of course, this monitor isn't that expensive, and if you are a League of Legends fan, then of course this will just tick all the buttons. All the ticks you want, this will have it. Now, what I will say is the downfalls is, for some reason with the RGB, it does have a hiss. I will actually see if you can hear it. Don't know if you can hear that, but that is like a hiss. It sounds more primarily like a fan inside the monitor, but that doesn't exactly say in any of the information I've had. So overall, it's a very good monitor. Now, I will leave a link down below, because this isn't a very expensive monitor. I believe it's around the £350 to £400 mark. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, you can get better, of course, and AOC does do a lot of different SKUs of monitors, and overall, I think it's got a big thumbs up for me, especially because it's got RGB. So, yeah. But, yes, I've got more coming. I've got the BenQ monitor. That's already here, which this is why I'm doing this monitor review right now. And, yes, I've got another AOC monitor coming, so I'm rather busy. But that's what I want. So, don't forget to subscribe for further videos, because I've got cooler reviews as well as my head-to-head series, which I will be using the 5900X, but I will be overclocking it. I will be enabling PBO, which was already enabled through my testing, but I'm going to set the wattage for the CPU from what it is, 105 up to 175 watts. Make sure you keep an eye on videos for that. And as always, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. This is Richard from Welsh Tech. Goodbye.